The moment Elon Musk confirmed a $1 billion deal with an African inventor named Maxwell Chikumbutso, the global tech and finance world went silent. Not because of the money involved, but because of what this deal represents: a shift in power, innovation, and wealth creation that could rewrite the story of who truly runs the future. For decades, innovation was monopolized by the West. Silicon Valley, Wall Street, the big names and bigger egos. But this time, something extraordinary happened. A self-taught African engineer built technology so advanced, even the richest man in the world had to take notice. This is not a typical business deal. It asks a revolution hiding in plain sight, a billion-dollar handshake between two men who see the world not as it is, but as it could be. Maxwell Chikumbutso, born in Zimbabwe, grew up in poverty, surrounded by scarcity. Yet, from a young age, he had a rare obsession with solving impossible problems. While most children dreamed of wealth, he dreamed of energy, free, clean, and endless. He claimed to have developed machines that could generate power without fuel, cables, or even sunlight. People laughed. Scientists mocked him. But quietly, his creations began to attract whispers from some of the most powerful circles on Earth. And then, Elon Musk entered the picture. For Musk, who built Tesla, SpaceX, and Neuralink, this wasn't just another business opportunity, it was personal. He has long believed humanity's survival depends on sustainable energy. Yet even with Tesla's success, one limitation remained: dependence on charging, grids, and external sources. If Maxwell's self-powered technology truly works, it would complete Musk's mission: a world that powers itself endlessly. Sources close to Tesla revealed that after months of private testing, Musk personally confirmed the deal. $1 billion invested into developing and integrating Maxwell's technology into Tesla's upcoming energy infrastructure. But what most people don't realize is how strategic this move really is. Elon Musk didn't just buy technology, he bought independence. Imagine controlling an energy source that doesn't rely on oil, gas, or government-regulated electricity. Imagine homes, cars, and even cities running autonomously, powered by systems that never need refueling. That's not just innovation, that's dominance. If you're watching this, think carefully about what this means for the elite economy. Power, both literally and financially, is about control. For the last century, that control has been in the hands of oil cartels, multinational corporations, and energy giants. But now, one man from Africa might hold the blueprint to destroy that monopoly. And another man, Elon Musk, is the only one bold enough to bring it to life. Halfway through this story, if you're still watching, it means you're part of the rare few who truly understand where the world is heading. And if you want to stay ahead of the next trillion-dollar revolution before it hits the mainstream, hit subscribe, because the people who know early are the ones who win big later. The psychology of this partnership is fascinating. Musk operates on vision and velocity. He moves fast, breaks systems, and reshapes industries. Maxwell operates on belief and persistence. A man who built his machines without institutional funding or university training. One commands rockets and billion-dollar factories. The other, until recently, worked from a small workshop powered by hope and raw intellect. Together, they represent the fusion of two extremes: wealth and wisdom, luxury and necessity, innovation and rebellion. Reports suggest the deal involves integrating Chikumbutso's electromagnetic generator into Tesla's clean energy systems. Early tests allegedly showed that a small prototype powered an entire building without external electricity. If scaled, this could mean self-sustaining factories, cities, or even colonies on Mars. Think about that. $1 billion suddenly sounds cheap compared to what this could become. But every revolution has its enemies. Within days of Musk's announcement, financial analysts began questioning the legitimacy of the deal. Energy lobbies reportedly panicked. Media outlets started publishing stories calling Maxwell unverified or controversial. Yet insiders at Tesla continue to leak small clues: new patents, private lab activity, and a confidential internal code name, Infinite Drive. A name perfectly aligned with Maxwell's original concept of perpetual energy. So what's really going on here? On the surface, it's business, but underneath, it's psychological warfare. The world's richest man aligning with an underdog from Africa challenges everything the old system was built on. It sends a message: innovation no longer belongs to the privileged few. In Musk's eyes, genius is borderless. And in Maxwell's story, he found something money can't buy: authenticity. Still, the deeper you look, the more intriguing it gets. Why would Elon Musk, a man with access to the best engineers in the world, bet $1 billion on an outsider? Because disruption doesn't come from comfort zones. It comes from the edges, from those ignored by mainstream systems. Musk knows that the next great breakthrough won't come from Harvard labs, but from people willing to question what the world calls impossible. If you're an entrepreneur, this story is a masterclass in vision. Musk didn't wait for proof. He saw potential. Maxwell didn't wait for permission. He created without validation. Together, they embody the psychology of abundance, believing in what does not yet exist and betting everything on it. This is what separates the billionaires from the average. It's not about resources, it's about resourcefulness. But make no mistake, this deal also represents a subtle war between old money and new power. Oil barons, electric companies, and political lobbies have controlled the world for decades through scarcity. Now, Musk and Maxwell are offering abundance, a world where anyone can produce unlimited energy without paying a cent. That's not just innovation. It's economic rebellion, and rebellion always comes at a cost. Already rumors are spreading that Chikumbutso's labs have gone private. Access restricted, legal teams formed, security tightened. Some call it preparation for global rollout. Others believe it's protection against suppression. Because history has shown what happens to people who try to give the world free power. They disappear. But with Musk's resources behind him, Maxwell might finally have the shield he needs to bring his vision to light. Think about how this plays out financially. Tesla's valuation could skyrocket beyond anything Wall Street predicts. Entire industries could collapse overnight. Oil, utilities, even traditional battery manufacturers. The world's richest man might soon control not just cars, but the very essence of energy itself. That's not business. That's empire building. And what about Africa? For centuries, the continent has been seen as a resource to extract from, not a source of innovation. This deal changes that narrative. It positions Africa as a frontier of global technology, a birthplace of the next industrial revolution. For the first time, a Western tech titan isn't helping Africa. He's partnering with it. Now imagine the optics of this. Elon Musk, the South African-born billionaire who left his home continent decades ago, returning metaphorically through collaboration with another African genius, closing a circle of destiny. It's poetic, but also powerful. It's a statement to the entire world. Brilliance knows no geography. If you've reached this point, you already understand the magnitude of what's happening. So tell me this in the comments. Do you think this deal is the dawn of a new energy age, or just another headline hiding corporate secrets? I want to hear your thoughts, because discussions like this are where real insight begins. And if you're fascinated by how money, innovation, and psychology intersect to shape the future, make sure to subscribe before you leave. Because the next story we revealing will show how billionaires quietly use emotional design to keep consumers spending, without them ever realizing it. The world is shifting. The old systems are crumbling, and somewhere in the middle of it all, a man from Africa and a billionaire from California may have just ignited the biggest transformation in human history. $1 billion is just the number on paper. The real deal is power. And those who understand it early will be the ones who own the future.